welcome to Bi Nerdy, where a bisexual talks about nerdy things. This will be the start of a 101 series, where I explain all the main groups of queer sexuality and gender. I'll be covering everything from homosexuality to transsexuality, and addressing some of the more common issues faced by all of them. And hey, might as well start with something I can relate to. So, what is bisexuality? In short, it's an attraction to both sexes. Seems pretty simple, right?
Wait, my friend said she was bisexual a while ago, but she doesn't like boys and girls equally. She has to be one or the other.
Hey, you don't need to like both equally to be bisexual. In fact, that's rarely ever the case. To explain further, imagine sexual attraction to be a bar like this. One side represents same-sex attraction, and the other side represents opposite-sex attraction. Bisexuality is literally everywhere in between. Statistically speaking, being right smack dab in the middle is pretty uncommon.
I'm a dude who likes girls, but I've had a few hookups with dudes before, and I'm not against being with dudes. Am I still bisexual?
Heck yeah! You could prefer the ladies, or you could almost 100% like dudes and have some crushes on a few girls and still be bisexual. Bisexuality is a spectrum. You don't need to be exactly 50-50. Hell, I lean more towards men than I do women, and I'm still bisexual. And even then, you don't have to have the same exact ratio of attraction every day. Some days you might really like the ladies, but next month you're all about those, abs and pecs. Sexuality is fluid, so if your preferences change, that's perfectly fine.
But what makes bisexuality different than pansexuality?
That's a bit difficult to explain. I earlier described bisexuality with a bar between same-sex and opposite-sex attraction. Unfortunately, that's not really fully accurate. But that's another topic for another video. Essentially, pansexuality is an attraction to any and all genders, while bisexuality is an attraction to two. The usual example I've seen is that pansexuality includes other non-binary genders like genderqueer or agender, while bisexuality focuses on male and female. Admittedly, these two terms are used interchangeably, even within the community, but they are, in fact, different things.
There's no way this is a thing. You have to be one or the other.
The B is an LGBT for a reason, you know. And unfortunately, bi erasure is also a thing. While the exact reason for this is complicated, bisexuality is more often than not ignored or treated as something that doesn't exist. And, well, it does.
But it's just a phase, right? You have to pick a side eventually.
Not even slightly. This is a really common stereotype for bisexuals, so much to the point where both the heterosexual and homosexual community hold them as truth. And, well, it's not true. When a 10-year longitudinal study was performed for sexual minorities, its findings show that people who identified as bisexual kept that label after 10 years, and the people who were originally unlabeled took on the bisexual label. Can't be a phase if it lasts that long.
What about bisexuals not being able to commit?
That is also wrong. This is a bit of a strange idea, too. Sexuality and the ability to commit aren't related in the slightest, but this is an idea propagated by both the straight and gay communities. It's a total stereotype. Being unable to commit is a personality issue, not a sexual one.
All bisexuals are untrustworthy.
I'm sorry, what?
Stop being so indecisive.
You're just confused.
Just come out already.
Why are you so greedy?
Hey! None of this is true. These are all stereotypes, and none of them are inherently tied to bisexuality. And yet, these are all incredibly common. Not to mention these are all terribly damaging. And what's worse, bisexuals get this from both the straight and queer communities. Hell, I've received a lot of crap from the gay community about bisexuality. I can say a lot about this, but I'll summarize and say that these stereotypes are just not right. So in summary, bisexuality is the attraction to both sexes. It is indeed a thing, and all the stereotypes you hear are stereotypes and need to be taken with a grain of salt. Be aware of that from now on, and if someone tries to spread this, just tell them why they're wrong. These stereotypes are usually spread by ignorance, so the more you all know, the less it'll happen. So go out and tell the world about bisexuality. And that's all, folks. Stay tuned for more 101s for the queer community. Leave any thoughts in the comments or in my inbox, and I'll see what I can do. Take care!